And welcome back. And I'm writing, I'm not writing. I'm making this video as a little memo to myself for when I'm on the other side, because I know I'm gonna be, and I don't know, I'm talking about my modeling career / acting career. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be mostly modeling and commercial work, but I will be an actress too. I want to mainly be an actress, but sometimes you have to start where you have to start, and you have to be in the limelight. So they're kind of one and the same, acting, modeling, they're all that industry. So that's why they are so closely related. And I've been watching this modeling thing, so it's kind of why I'm getting on this type of a mentality. But tonight I realized I'm fat, and comparatively to a lot of the models out there, like I did a question on Quora Answers, and the answer I got was something I kind of expected, but I don't know, I just didn't think I'd have to be that thin. And I thought 100, was pretty good for me. I mean, I will be. I'm not yet. I'm like a heifer right now. But when I get down to 100 pounds, that's like, I thought was going to be like the goal. Is going to be skinny. Because when I was in high school, this gets personal for me. It's been a big thing for me since I can remember. My weight's always been like such a big deal to people and to me, and it's always been an up and down battle, uphill, downhill, any hill. And I had moments where I'm way up high with the weight and I'm way low with the weight, and always something wasn't right, and I would get dissed out a lot. I'd get teased or worried about. And so it was like that thing that I always wanted to control, this perfect weight that everybody would be happy, and I never got there. Never can please everybody, And so I guess that's why it's been a battle for me. But I mean, my goal was always like that weight that just makes you feel your best, It makes you feel like decent, you can breathe, you can be healthy. Because I have bad lungs. If none of you knew that, I do. I have old people lungs, because I was underdeveloped. And so breathing to me, and plus I have that vitamin deficiency. I have anemia, thalassemia minor, so it affects my breathing. And I have sleep apnea, of course. And, so when I'm at a healthy weight for my body, and it can make me stand up straighter, makes me feel better in my skin and look better. And it just is overall good to be healthy weight. And for me, 100, 105 was always, pretty good. But in the modeling industry, unfortunately, I don't think I'm even close to being there. And this person thinks I should be way less than 100. And I'm scared to know what that way less would be. Saying that most models that are about 5'10" or above are like 108, 115 pounds. That kind of scares me, because then if they're 5'10" and they're that little, then what kind of weight should somebody my size be, Makes you wonder. Like, okay, I have to be what, 65 pounds wet? And, don't tell me though I should be that weight, because I will try to be that weight if you tell me. Like, I will try to be, because that's kind of how I am. I've always been that way. Like, if somebody told me I couldn't do something, it got me so annoyed that I would just purposefully do it and rub it in their face. That's what I am. So, like, people tell me, yeah, you're a heifer, you should be skinnier. Then, yeah. I've had people diss me all my life. I know all the fat jokes. Shoot. I know fat jokes and skinny jokes. Because even when I got skinny, I would get dissed out. Yeah. Sometimes you can't win, You're never right where people want you to be. And that's one kind of common trend I realize about me. Like, maybe it's just me personally. People just see me as somebody just to tell jokes, say something mean to. But it's just kind of hurtful, people. Like, if you don't think that you'd like to hear somebody say that to you, then probably shouldn't say it to somebody else. That's like kind of a respectability thing that I don't think people in our world really listen to anymore. And little punk thug kids will get on these little videos and they'll sit there and mouth off. Like, back in my days, shoot. Us kids were seen and not heard. But nowadays, kids are like the adults or something. Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting off on a tangent about kids, but they're freaking big these days. Shoot. I'm like, damn. Like, little kids, they seem a lot bigger nowadays than they used to be. So I don't know how, like, even in the modeling industry, they can have kids that are like that. But then again, they're tall. So they can be tall and, like, really skinny. Like, I don't know, some of those, like, I don't know where this other person's getting it from, because in the UK, that one British type modeling industry, they had some like up at 59, 62K like kilograms. That's like in 120s. So I don't know why that person's saying 108 to 115. Some of them are like bigger, but they didn't even seem that big. But it's probably because they're tall. I don't know how tall they were. They didn't give that amount, but I mean, they're probably at least 5'7", 5'8". They're like, some of them were like 16, 17. So it was like, they got their growth spurt probably already, and they're taller, but yet they're still in the 120s. So that's not like extremely skinny, but it's skinny enough for that industry. So I don't know how come they're acting like our industry is like, I thought America was a lot less like forgiving, a lot more forgiving than other countries, but maybe not certain areas. Maybe for us petite, we still have to be like the anorexic rail types. I don't know. But I do worry about myself sometimes, because I think that I still have that aspect in me, and I feel so competitive sometimes, and I want to be skinny, and I worry about it, that I will want to be too skinny, and that I will get like sickly. I do worry a little bit, so I guess I see why my mom worries sometimes too. But I don't know what happens. Like, I start out just wanting to be skinny and fit, I want to look decent and feel decent, and then all of a sudden, it's like, I can't. It's like how I was when I did that drink, I started out where I was in control, and I just wanted one drink, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to have one drink. And then I was, I accepted the second one. I was like, it's just two. And then all of a sudden, we were about to go home, and I'd apparently done 3 drinks and spilled a fourth. So I was like, what? That wasn't, I didn't do all that. And apparently I did. So it's like something else takes over when I start something simple. And I start it, and it's me. And all of a sudden, I can't control the whatever it is. And I couldn't then. And even Isaac was having a hard time controlling me at that time. Like, somehow I overpowered him. And that part of me is like very aggressive and not like me. Like, I'm very passive and submissive a lot of times. I'm very low self-esteem. I'm kind of just that basic. But there's other parts of me that are very dominating and controlling. And that's what comes out when I start something simple, and then it takes over me. And I worry that that's going to happen again with my eating. That happened back when I was a kid. And it was probably easier because I was a kid, But I mean, I just worry that that is still in me. If it was in me when I was drinking, then it might be in me even more so when I do my getting down to a certain weight. And I might just really start being aggressive and mean as fuck. And if I am, I'm sorry. That's not like my mentality that I'm talking to you right now with. It's probably my other part. And I worry that she's still there. And I know she is, because I know my suicidal one's still there. I had that the other day. I started having little thoughts again right before my period. And that was scary as fuck. Like, I was depressed. I didn't tell that to my doctor, of course, because I'm not going to say, I've had thoughts. They're not going to understand that I have alters, Especially the secretary people, they're not understanding that. But yeah, sometimes you get thoughts, It doesn't mean you're going to do it. It just means that those voices are still there. And so if they're still there, I know that the anorexic one is still there. And I'm kind of nervous about her coming back. But I guess in the modeling industry, you know what? She's who I would need. Maybe I need to have her come back out. But I don't know. I think she'd go overboard now. And she don't have any like parent telling her not to do certain things or whatever. So she'd probably go haywire. But I'm going to try this diet anyways, and hopefully I can at least get down to 100. I worry about getting past 110, 105. I think that's where I'll start slipping away. This is just so you all know. It's in me. And I don't want to get too sick. Back when I was a kid, I was told if I got below a certain amount, like 70 or something like that, 75, I think it was, probably, I was going to get put in a hospital. With tubes down my throat, put food in that way. So I don't know what they would consider too low this time. I don't know, since I'm an adult and I'm older and I'm taller, they'd probably consider like 85, 90 too little. I guess if you get below 92, it's under the BMI of 18. Most models I don't think are above 18 then. I think they're below 18. So in other words, if I want to be a real model, I have to be, according to our BMIs, I have to be sick. I guess. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be like totally unhealthy. I don't want to look like a freaking gangly alien creature. I mean, back when I was young, I did have that fascination about people seeing me as an alien being, like seeing my skeleton, like showing everybody being the little skeleton thing you had in school. I always like wanted. I don't know. I had that fantasy. It's just like, wow, that would be so cool to be like the model for this, for showing your bones off and stuff. I always liked it when they protruded. Yeah, I was a messed up kid, okay? But it told me I was on the right track. Like, if you could see your bones, like, you know how they stick up sometimes? And I would do that. And I would put my hands all the way around my waist, and, like, a certain amount could connect them. And I would feel like I was thin that way. Of course, when you go like that. But most people can do that, so it's not that big a deal. But you can do that. And I used to be able to do, when I was really skinny, I almost could go like that with my hands. I think I took three. It took three of my hands to go around my waist. That's how skinny I was when I was little. Like it probably was like under 20 inches. I don't know. However much that is. I would have to somewhat stretch it a little, but I could get it around. So I got pretty skinny, but I always felt like it was bulgy a little in my stomach, but now I realize it's probably just because bloating from my period and stuff. I have that colon issue, so I have a longer colon than most people, so it's gonna be a little bit more roomier in there. It's gonna push out a little bit more than basic people because that's how it is. Till they freaking fix it, so it will never be totally 100% flat, but it can be better than it is now. So I'm hopeful that this diet helps me in that respect. I'm gonna be cutting my sugar completely, people. I'm gonna be so good on this diet that, so I'm not gonna be able to do popsicles and stuff like that and lollipops. I can't do that for a while, so, well, after I start. I won't start it until probably, I'm thinking they're gonna do that cleanse first, and then I get 2 days of being naughty, and then I go right into it. So sometime probably in April, I will start it. The first week or so of April, I will start my actual diet. Or by the second week, by the end of the first week or something like that. Like the 27th, I go and see this clinic. And that's going to be most of my diet stuff this month. So I'm going to get some tea from the same company that does Resolution 20. So I'm going to have tea in the morning, and then I'm going to have my lunch and my dinner. And that's pretty much it. I'm not going to do Cerevital or anything because I don't think I need to keep on that as well. I'm just going to stick to a main thing and have a couple of my supplements for my digestion. But I'm going to have a meat, a fruit, and a vegetable at each meal. And no snacks or anything. So I'm nervous. I hope I can do this well. And you get certain amount of calories. I don't know how much this doctor is going to put me on, but whatever he says, I'm going to do it the way that he says to do it. So yeah, I'm excited to do this and to really lose the weight. And I know it's not going to be a permanent situation, but I'm going to start bringing back stuff. But I'm going to try to cut sugar completely out of my diet from now on. From that time on, because I'm really I need to stop eating sugar. That, I swear, is the reason that I do not ever have good digestion 100% and all the other stuff. I think it's really the main cause of my stalling weight. And I almost wonder if I do that, I'll be able to totally maintain a decent low weight, because back in the days, I actually ate sugar though back then, but I was a kid and I had a great metabolism to some degree. Must have been, because I still stayed down to like usually about 92 to 95 pounds in my 7th, 8th grade year. So I was pretty lightweight back then, and I was small. So I would, I would fluctuate from here to there, but usually that's what I was. So that's my goal, is to get down there, everybody. Wish me luck. And I hope I don't go overboard too much, but I'm going to do my little thing I normally do with you and kind of like take you with me on this weight loss journey and like show you what I'm going to be doing and the plans and everything like that. And I'll have all my little, I might do my like menu, put some foods in a little like box or something and put them in the refrigerator, and just that'll be my meal. So, and I have to have vegetables like separated, they can't be mixed. So it's pretty specific, but if you want to know about it, just go to just look up HCG diet. That's what I'm doing, or join groups that talk about it. But it's a really good, it's kind of cool. I'm excited. So wish me luck and lots of loss.